Hello and welcome to another video. This video we're going to be talking about 5 cars that manufacturers sold that looked super ugly but still made the company a lot of money. Coming in at our number 1 spot is going to be the 3rd generation Ford Taurus. This generation ranged from 1996 all the way up to 2000. This car is just super ugly. If there was a car that should be renamed Alien, it should be this one. I mean, just look at the headlights on this thing. It's got 4 round ones, just like the early Mercedes, but the Mercedes look way better. The rear of this car looks like an RX-7, the Walmart version RX-7. The interior just looks disgusting. This car is entirely based on ovals for whatever reason. And whenever Ford was trying to make this car, I just feel like they were slacking the entire way. This piece of crap sold 1.4 million units during its generation. And I can just imagine how cheaply this car was made too. So each and every one of those dollars made are pretty much just going straight to their pockets. Coming up next is going to be the Mercedes G-Wagon. The Mercedes G-Wagon has looked the same for the past, I don't even know, 50 years, ever since it was used in the military. This car has a really rugged look, but it's honestly pretty ugly if you look at it. It's just a box. The Nissan Cube and the Kia Soul get criticized for being a box, but this car has had the same design for 50 years. Now I know the Jeep Wrangler has had the same design for about 50 years too, and they also sell really good. And it's not going to be on this list because I think the Jeep Wrangler, in my opinion, looks a lot better than the G-Wagon. This car made the company a lot of money since a lot of people buy these. Whenever they make one, it pretty much immediately gets sold. That's how in demand these cars are. And also, they don't have to spend a lot of time and research and development to create the new cars because the styling is pretty much already spoken for because they've already been using this same styling for the past 50 years. What's the point of switching now? All they have to do is update the powertrain and maybe the suspension. The suspension is already perfect for this car because it's an off-road vehicle. Even though housewives just drive them on the streets. But anyways, that's going to be the number 2 spot. Coming in at number 3 is going to be the Chrysler Town & Country. The Chrysler Town & Country is not an ugly car, but ever since 2007, this car has had the same design. For the new models, all they're doing is really just blacking out a lot of the things just to hide its ugliness. This car isn't ugly, it's just super boring. It's had the same design for forever now, almost 10 years. Or it has been 10 years actually, and counting. Really looking for a redesign. I'm not a big fan of minivans anyway, so honestly I don't really care. And this thing is so old and so cheaply made that whenever Chrysler sells one of these things, they're just cashing out. Because these things are so cheap to make, and there's no like really sharp body angles on this car to make the price a lot more expensive. So Chrysler, I don't know why people keep on buying these things. Maybe it's because it's the cheapest minivan that you can buy, and a lot of people have to resort to buying this thing, which really sucks. But Chrysler made a gem with this car. Coming in at number 4 on our list here is going to be the Chrysler PT Cruiser. I think we all knew that this car was going to make it on the list because you see these things everywhere and they're literally the most hideous thing on the road. It's just a retro designed car made in 2005 or whatnot, made to look like a car from the 40s. I just don't understand how they came up with this design, but this thing is disgusting. As you can see in the video, there's a convertible version that looks even more disgusting. And it's just front wheel drive. They made a turbo version, which is pretty cool. But who the hell buys a Chrysler PT Cruiser to have fun in? This car was bought by old people and people that are really low on cash, because these things that sell on Craigslist for like $2 grand a piece. If you wanted to, you can just buy a bunch of them and scrap them in your backyard. Who cares? It's not like it's worth anything. But anyways, it should come to no surprise that this car makes number 4 on our list.
This is a 2005 Toyota Prius. It's got a light blue exterior, smart key access, with beige cloth interior, power windows, power locks, power mirrors. It does have nav, CVT transmission. Pretty nice inside, your regenerative brakes and all that, control, automatic lights. As I mentioned, it's light blue. The color looks pretty nice on it, but such just a soft, wimpy blue. Hybrid Synergy drive. This side's got different wheels than the other side. You can see your hatch back there. It's the back seat. I honestly don't mind the Prius. I don't think I would drive one, but pretty nice. You do have your digital dash up there, the speedometer and all that. Pretty nice cars. This one doesn't have a sunroof. I like the way the wheels look on that side better.
Anyways, that's going to be the video for today, guys. Please leave a rating on the video and subscribe for more. Thanks. Bye.